In the fall of 1996, when it was time to renegotiate the contracts with the big three auto manufacturers, the CAW targeted Chrysler as the first to go to the negotiating table.
The company owns the buildings, they own the machinery, they own the products, the tooling. They decide what we're going to build, they decide where we're going to build it. But I think it's fair for the workers to say, as long as we're producing high quality and low cost, that by God we should own the work. And that's what we established at Chrysler in 1996.
But GM broke a long-standing tradition of pattern bargaining and refused to follow Chrysler's agreement. GM workers knew that they were in for a real fight.
We are at a crossroads right now. The lines really have been drawn. And you are one of the few groups that are standing up and fighting back for the rest of us. And you are admired by all of us.
We called a special convention with the purpose of raising the dues, if necessary, to support GM workers and their families.
Well, it's important to be here today to send a clear message to General Motors that the entire union is supporting the GM workers.
But GM could break the strike if only they could get their hands on these dies in the strike-bound Oshawa fabrication plant. Without warning, GM applied for an injunction that would allow them to take out the dies. Without those dies, GM's plants in the United States would soon have to shut down.
When we met amongst ourselves, we realized at that point that they were talking about breaking the strike. I mean, because if they got through and removed the equipment that they so desired, the strike was over for all intents and purposes.
It shows General Motors' arrogance. It really does. I mean, they just think they're going to run roughshod over the CAW, so they really declared war on us if they try to get this stuff out of here.
I informed them that those who would be going into the plant would be issued red CAW Local 222 hats. And our national rep, Bert Rovers, he was the tallest one of the crew. He's about 6'5", that I would give the signal to Bert, and when Bert took his hat off, we'd storm the plant.
GM's negotiation team was joined by the chairman of GM Worldwide, Jack Smith.
The phone rang, the cell phone rang, and Dean Munger picks up the cell phone off of the table and answers it. And all of a sudden he turns around and he's absolutely white, and he drops the phone down and he says, "My God, they've occupied our plant." And I said, "You're not surprised." I said, "Jack Smith might be surprised, I don't know, but God damn it, you're not surprised, because I told you yesterday that you either remove that injunction or you're declaring war on us and we're going to respond accordingly. So don't feign any surprise here. You may not like the action, but by God, we're not going to sit by and have you destroy our union in Oshawa or our union throughout this country. And we're going to respond and we're going to fight."
Damn the pinks and all the fakes who tried to make us grow. We stand for right and we'll win this fight and match them toe to toe. So bring 'em on, we're waiting here to fight or talk, you choose. And while we hold our brother's hand, the worker will never lose. Is there a truer heart today than those who took a stand? In 1937, cold, the sit-down strike would end. They left their wives and babies alone to face uncertainty. What they earned when spirits burned was past the day to me.
What we've agreed, they've agreed to withdraw the injunction, including leaving everything in here, including the Toyota work. Yeah!
After the CAW settlement with GM, Ford, the last of the Big Three, settled. In the end, CAW Big Three members could claim that theirs was the best contract in their 60-year history.
was past. Today